Things to be aware of organizing eRacing championship without race room. First, no automated leaderboard would always be labor intensive. Elimination round would be the only way to filter the winners. Having the participants adhering to the schedule would be a huge test. We need to know the task will get bigger when participants increases. Time consuming. Organizing eRacing championship without race room, it's all need run manually to take down the participants and eliminate them from first round group to final round group. Because it is manual human labor, there bound to be human error. Manual human labor would have a price tag for the man-hours involved. New participants would never have chance. The eRacing clubs in the world will send their best racers to participate the race. But that means your championship exposure is just limited to the eRacing clubs. Why choose race room? Our 3E official championship have fully automated leaderboard. Participants can log in anytime to leave the fastest lap time within the qualifying period. Each of the racers already have their ranks with race room. Next, save time. You can have unlimited amounts of participants in a super short time to qualifying them to final race. Race room can cover unlimited amount of participants. We have a full automated esports ecosystem from qualifying leaderboard to broadcast AI. Besides, race room's free contents lets everyone can participate to the race.
That was Mozart.
Now, it's been the 10th running of the Global Edition, and it's been, what is it, almost 2 years ago since we started doing it. And I am proud to say, welcome back, everybody. Global Edition is back. I am back. Elmo is not back, unfortunately, but we have Zikri here who will be riding on board with us for the majority of the race. But not only that, we also have Kian Butler on board. So again, welcome back. Welcome back to Global Edition 10, hosted by eRacing GP, sanctioned by the Motorsport Association of Malaysia. My name is Afiq Farid. Alongside me is Zikri Hakimi. And tonight, we are back. Now, if you are not familiar with Global Edition, now what is Global Edition? Well, it's based on the racing simulator, which is Race Room. We have 4 classes running tonight. Copper, Bronze, which is my absolute favorite. Seeing Kim race last year during the last Global Edition 9 was delightful, to say the least. And I quite like it, if I'm honest. Zikri, what are your thoughts?
I really enjoyed Global Edition. I think, by the way, you got it wrong. By the way, I raced in Global Edition 8 in bronze, but and Global Edition 9 in silver. But it's okay, don't worry. But yeah, I can't wait for the new season. Looks to me like it's going to be a very fun season ahead. There's so many talented drivers, and yeah, can't wait to get it going.
He can't wait to get it going, and Zikri has a point. He can't wait to get it going as well because we are back finally after it's been quite a long break. I mean, we had a lot of things going on in between. We had real life commitments happening again, real life racing starting to pick up again. But most importantly, we try to, give you viewers and the sim racers competing in tonight's event, a memorable experience and a good viewing pleasure. So, but first and foremost, thank you so much to Excel Sports for organizing all this. Live apparels. It's got live apparels on this side of the shirt as well. For making these awesome apparels. And we will have a new apparel soon for real life racing. Royal Selangor who makes awesome plaques and trophies. For all the winners, Xbox Sunway Serene and Xbox Sunway Iskandar for providing a very, very good facility for us to have our simulators and for us to train our up-and-coming drivers like Adri Hamid, Tai Wei Chong being one of them. But Tai Wei Chong is in Singapore, but you get the point. Jose Al-Qadri, Mika Zahris Iqbal, and Adri Hamid will be racing in the academy or racing in their home, but they're in the academy team. And last but not least, Race Room for providing a very good sim platform for us to host Global on. Now, I think for some of you who may not know the track, Zikri, why not you take us to Red Bull Ring?
So, of course, for every F1 fan, Red Bull Ring is one of a kind, really. Red Bull, it's just a short track. It's got everything. Slow corners, fast corners, long straights to overtake, and it's just one of a kind. It's a very small track, but it brings a lot of character to it.
It does bring a lot of character. So I think one of the overtaking opportunities, Zikri, for tonight's event is, where do you host? Where can you overtake in these cars? Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3?
I think it's more towards turn 3 and turn 4. That's where the long straights are ending, really. Especially in these cars, as we're going to go into copper now, these cars do not have any DRS or anything, so it's all manual. So they just have to rely on how they drive and basically make the overtakes count when it comes to them. So yeah.
Yeah, and Tai Wei Chong, one of the fastest guys in the leaderboard, right? If I'm not mistaken. So Tai Wei Chong being one of them. Then you got Chris Chong, a returning Chris Chong in the championship here. You also got Amirul Afiq Aizat, who's also a returning driver in the championship itself. In P3 with only a tenth behind. So, it goes to show that the top 10 is separated by almost 8 tenths of a second, which is 0.8 of a second in the general public term. But while they're doing their practice, why not we go to the standings in the Global Edition 9 top 3 for all 4 classes. So in first place,
it's Mohammed Tasbih from Singapore. Second place is Aiman Akim from Malaysia, and third place Jin Masvilton from Singapore.
Yeah, having to mention that Tasbih and Jin are racing in the E1 championship, also hosted by Excel Sports. So watch out for them. Only one round remaining. Tasbih for Team Flash and Jin for Team Safe House. Then we have Silver. Now for Silver, we have Aldo Ray Balagulan, a known figure in the Philippine scene. Yang Ming Chu, one of the youngsters that we have, one of the few youngsters that we have in the championship, and also Justin Hung. Now in bronze category.
So now we have Danish Aram in Singapore. One of the good friends of mine, Kelvin Pao, part of Malaysia, he got second place, and Sharik Zulkarnain from Malaysia, who got third place in bronze.
And last but not least, copper class, Reynaldo Julie, young boy from Indonesia. young boy from Indonesia, Nasrul Ashraf as well, and Arman Hashim, rounding up your top three in the copper edition. And remember, if you finish in the top three in the copper class, you will be automatically promoted to the bronze category. So good luck to all you copper drivers racing here tonight. Now back to qualifying here, one of our first qualifying actions, we have Tai Wei Chong. So we can't have any onboards in this Aquila CR1 car, but talk us to the track, Zikri, and what do you see in the track?
So he's climbing up to the highest point of the track. Now braking very hard at turn 2. This is the worst place to. You can lose the car here so easily here. But now he's going to the next long straight in the track. About to hit turn 4.
Quite quick there, Tai Wei Chong.
Yeah,
Approaching braking marker there. So he is up in sector 1. Sector 2 hasn't crossed the line yet, but he will cross the line soon. Tai Wei Chong racing for No Regrets Racing, which is the basic team, the default team in tonight's event. Sorry, in race room itself. Do we have anyone else, or should we stay on board Tai Wei Chong? I think we should stay on board
Tai Wei Chong, yeah, because he was the
one.
fastest in practice, and he's gonna show us what needs to be done in the CR1 car, I think.
Yep, indeed. Take us through the track, Zikri. So a couple more corners to go in this beautiful Red Bull ring.
So we got 2 final corners left. He's doing very well at the moment. He's setting purple sectors at the moment, but I think that's because no one else is set a lap time yet. On to the second last corner, up to the last corner. He's all really clean at the moment. Didn't went off track. He's really up right now, nearly a second in sector 2, and up to the line. Can he be pole? It's second.
Second place, and Nasrul Ashraf Nasruddin is on pole. Actually, Savi Rakan. Okay, apologies if you're pronouncing your name wrong, Savi. But we're just gonna call you Savi from now on. He's on pole, but nevertheless, Arman Abdullah, Chris Chong crosses the line. So as the lap times goes by, the drivers are getting quicker and quicker and quicker, and the lap times are going down and down and down.
It seems like they are much faster in the leaderboard. They beat the time in the leaderboard now. So now they're up to 35.7s. The leaderboard time was 35.9s. So now they're just on the pace at the moment. This is unreasonable pace. Unreasonable? It was an unaware pace, really. So yeah, this is an interesting sight to see.
Yeah, Chris Chong here, still the man in P1, 2/10 up in P2. Sorry, in sector 1, in the second qualifying there. But you've got like at least, well, by the time Chris Chong crosses the line, it'll probably be give or take one more lap for him to complete.
Yeah, it looks like it. But he didn't set a really good first sector. So it's all about that second sector now. And let's see how he does take it. He takes this pretty okay. It was not as clean. Yeah, he lost another 2/10 in the second sector, so not really that going very well at the moment this lap.
Not so much. 2/10 up is 2/10 down from his personal best is Chris Chong and Arman Abdullah as well. Now let's look at Arman. He's crossed the line again, so he's starting his lap. But Ose Al Qadri, the man racing from the academy, is currently in P2, which is not a bad time if you ask me.
Yeah, he's 3/10 off. No, I think he can still improve. I saw him practice just now. He looked on the pace. I know he can do a bit better than that. So yeah, let's see. He's still got 2 more minutes. It's still a lot of time.
Yep, he's got a lot more time here. Now Chris Chong still on pole. 3/10 is Ose Al Qadri, so he's got more time. But will there be enough to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Ooh, on the dot itself. So it's going to be very interesting here for Ose Al Qadri. Remember, the way the qualifying works here in race room is that you need to cross the line. There's no basically you can't set a time after qualifying is over. So let's say the time is up, that's it. Qualifying is done and dusted for you personally.
So he's still slow in sector 1. He hasn't improved quite a bit. So now it's all about that sector 2 again.
It's just Pt1.
Yes.
Yep, indeed.
Okay.
We've got some interruptions there by Mr. Abdul Yazid Razak.
Okay, so now he's
Thank you
up
for
to
interrupting.
now he's up to turn 4 now. It looks clean. It looks a bit slow, but it's okay.
A 10 down compared to his personal best. So
yeah.
It's not green. Sorry, 2/10 down compared to
2/10
his personal
down,
best.
man.
Yeah. So it's gonna be very interesting here for Ozzy Alcantara. I don't think he can improve the lap times any further, I don't think he can improve the lap times, make himself go
Yeah,
quicker.
he's 3 tenths down now.
Yeah, 3 turns down now. So what about Chris Chong? Poleman Chris Chong, where are you basically? And you are not on the flying lap. So congratulations, Chris Chong, round 1 in the copper class, and you are on pole. So pole goes to Chris Chong, Ozzy Al-Kadri goes second, Taiwei Chong goes third, Ashraf Nasaruddin in fourth, Arman Abdullah in P5, Savi in P6, Mika in P7, Jamil Asan. So hello Jamil, nice to see you. Welcome to the championship. We'll be starting in P8 in his debut round. Adam Konchalokis, or I don't want to say that name, but we call him Uncle Adam. Yes, Uncle Adam. There you go. Now Adrian Ahmed, young boy Adrian Ahmed, is starting in P10, running up the top 10. Then you got Singaporean duo Alif Zakaria and Arthur Low running up row 6. And then you have the Filipino in P12. So then, it's going to be very interesting. I would love to see the action. So you've got 50 seconds. And remember, these cars have fixed setup. And tire wear is times 2.
Tire wear is times 2.
Tire wear is times 2.
And times
fuel
1
is
fuel.
times 1. Yep, correct. So then, it's going to be very interesting for some of these drivers to actually see. And we're just going to have to wait and see at the moment. But we're going to have to wait as we have a beautiful back shot of Red Bull Ring itself. Red Bull bought this track back in 2005, if I'm not mistaken. They had they bought A1 Ring, which is where the F1 was originally held in. And same track and everything, but it's just a different circuit. Now it's called the Red Bull Ring, owned by Dietrich Mateschitz, which is Red Bull's owner, and now owned by Red Bull Media Group. As Firefly is on the gantry, round 1 of the Copper Class in Global Edition Season 10 will be underway right. A lot of cars on the grid there right now. Lights go green. Chris Chong on pole has a bad start. Ozzy Al-Kadri has a better start than him. Ashraf Nasaruddin from P3 down up to P2, and it's not looking good there for Chris Chong. Blue car spins, and it's Chris Chong. Chris Chong, Pullman has spun it. 3 cars spun, 4 cars spun, and it's Chris Chong again, and he's been pushed out wide. But look at that, you got wide car there. I'm not sure who it is. I think it's Savi. So Savi is involved in the accident itself. But nevertheless, Arman Abdullah is right behind them. You've got cars right behind Mika, right behind him. You've got Adrian right behind him, and it's better for P4.
What a start from Ozzy, and that's a horrible start from Chris Chong. I believe, and it's just doesn't go that well. It's a lot of carnage behind.
Yeah. Got another spinner as well, and that's Mark Angelo Basilis, the debutant in the eRGP Global Edition. So welcome, Mark. But it's not been a very good start for you so far, racing for CC competition. But we got another battle up ahead. Mika Zaris Iqbal though is still fighting, and look at that, still fighting. Adrian Ahmed, these two youngsters are not giving up. Adrian has karting experience in real life. Mika just started out with same, but he's getting quicker and quicker. And when he visited the F1 Singapore Grand Prix SVF, Taiwei Chong in P3 goes wide, runs onto the grass, runs onto the gravel, and that allowed Mika to overtake him. So Taiwei Chong, biggest loser there in that fight.
Yeah, you can see Ozzy right now just 8 tenths up on Ashraf Nasaruddin right now, and 3 tenths behind him is this battle really. Mika Adrian. Ooh.
Mika goes wide, Arman goes wide, Adrian goes wide, Adrian dives on the inside, and Adrian loses it on the final corner, almost getting selected there by Taiwei Chong. So Adrian Ahmed, not been a good start for you so far, but nevertheless, better for P3 still overall. Now you got Arman Abdullah down the inside, Mika as well. Will Mika give the room? Mika will definitely give the room to Arman Abdullah, but Mika gets a cut back wide. And he manages to have a good run down the inside, going down to turn 3.
Oh, that's a really good move. I would be proud of that myself, really. I never would have thought that would work. But right now, they're going up to turn 3. It's going to be another hard braking zone. They have to get a really good exit before that turn 4. Oh, it's the inside line right now. But it's going to keep on going. They're side by side, and right behind them is Taiwei Chong, just lurking, waiting for that opportunity.
The Taiwei Chong, they're looking for the opportunity. Arman Abdullah is still not giving up. without a damn fight. I feel like that's my catch line now. Mika Zaris Iqbal goes round the outside, tries to do an Alex Albon on Lewis Hamilton, but to no contact whatsoever. He had Tai Wei Chong down the inside, and Tai Wei Chong has moved up position. Mika lost 2 positions in the span of 4 corners.
Oh, that's really bad. But I know there's still a long way to go. I think Mika can fight his way back really. But it's good. It's good that Tai Wei Chong is doing very well at the moment. He's trying to catch back up to lost ground. As for right now, Ozair is very. Ozair and Nasr. There's a battle between Ozair and Nasrul at the moment.
Yeah, but it's a huge gap. Meanwhile, the battle behind there, Alif Zakaria and Chris Chong fighting it out. So poor man Chris Chong, not been a good start for him, but it's now up to P7. Now the good news for them is that it's times 14. We didn't mention this in the briefing, but it's times 14. Reverse grid for race 2. So then, Chris Chong. Oh, and who could that be? Who could it be now? And it's Tai Wei Chong. Tai Wei Chong goes off the track, exiting turn 10, and there you go. His race from bad to worse.
And he went off after I said he was doing very well to catch up ground, but now he's back down to P8 now.
Welcome to the world of commentating and welcome to the world of commentator's curse.
I'm glad to be here.
So meanwhile, Chris Chong here trying to make a move, trying to defend his position, but look at that, Tai Wei Chong, the battle behind, and tries to make a move like what Johan Zarco did on Franco Morbidelli back in the 2020 MotoGP action here in Spielberg. But look at that, Tai Wei Chong has has overtaken Ali Zakaria, and AJ Ahmed is still right behind him now. AJ Ahmed is trying to catch up, trying to find a way around the outside coming to turn 4.
Oh, that's very aggressive defending from Alif Zakaria right now, but he's still round the outside. Can he make the move stick? No, he went into the gravel.
And there you go, another Lewis Hamilton and Alex Albon contact again, especially coming down to turn 4. We got cars running off the gravel into the gravel, exiting turn 4. But nevertheless, Jose Al-Qadri, hello, you are under pressure. Whoop, whoop, bye, Nasr Ashraf Nasaruddin. Now then, Nasr Ashraf Nasaruddin, he's quicker everywhere. He's 2 tenths slower in sector 1, but he's 4 tenths quicker in sector 2. He's got a better exit than Nasr Ashraf Nasaruddin. Will he make a move down the inside, coming down to turn 1? And look at that, Oze defending in the inside. Will Nasrul make a move around the outside? Oze cuts back and tries not to give the position to Nasrul, but Oze, too much curb there, Nasrul, but he has a better exit there, exiting turn 1.
I think for me right now, if I'm seeing this battle right now, you guys are very far ahead. So now don't rush the move. Just take your time, just relax, okay? Take a peek on your opponent in front of you. Where is he slow at? And maybe that you can capitalize on that move, and then you'll be fly away from Ozair if he does that.
Being a racing driver means that you need to analyze and you need to recalculate, rethink your driver's point of view, your enemy's point of view, your opposition's point of view. So for Nasr Ashraf Nasaruddin, you need to point out where is Ozair Al-Qadri weak in.
Looks like right now Nasrul is really weak in sector 1, but I think he can gain it back in sector 2. Look, he's much closer now in sector 2.
It's 3 tenths in sector 2. Yeah, it's 3 tenths, so it's getting closer and closer. So it's 3 tenths. Now, 4 tenths separates is what separates them in the leaderboard. 2 tenths is what separates them now in the leaderboard. There's 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining before the end of race 1. We do have 2 races here. This is format A, which is a 15-minute race 1 and a 15-minute reverse grid race 2. So it's the top 14 in race 2. Sorry, it's top 14 is the 14 drivers reverse grid. So if you finish in the top 14, if you finish 14 in race 1, you'll start in pole in race 2.
It's really exciting stuff, really. But at the moment right now, Nasrul didn't get a really clean exit at the last corner, so now he's 6 tenths behind in probably his worst sector right now in the race.
And it goes to show that Nasr Ashraf is actually like lagging behind.
I'm the only one on it at the moment.
There's someone there. Chris Chu.
I'm the only one.
Okay, so we got an interruption there by Mr. Chris Chu himself. So apologies for that from the broadcasting side of things. But nevertheless, Nasr Ashraf Nasaruddin is currently still can't find a way past Ozair Al-Qadri here.
Yeah, but he seems to be more confident in the brakes a lot more than Ozair at the moment. But yeah, just not getting the luck and just not getting the exit that he needs to get into it. And he just needs to get a really good sector 1, sector 2, that's his all day.
This is all day indeed. Now look at that. Nasrul Ashraf is getting closer. 3/10, 3.33, 0.39, 0.43. So he's actually backing off here, Nasrul. I have no idea what Nasrul Ashraf is trying to do.
I think he's taking my advice, just looking at, just assessing what Ozar is doing right now. But yeah, he's run well. Still 7 minutes left. There's still a lot more time. The people behind, the cars behind, are not really catching him. So he's got a lot of time. He's just gotta be patient. He's gotta be relaxed, and that win's gonna be his.
That win is definitely going to be his. It's been quite a few roller coaster battle here. We got Nasrul Ashraf Hello trying to make it interesting. 6 minutes and almost 7 minutes to go there. Oze defending like there is no tomorrow. Nasrul Ashraf around the outside going to turn 1. Will he make the move stick? No, he can't. But he has the switchback. And Nasrul Ashraf actually has a better sector 1 than all his other previous laps. But we have Oze Al-Qadri, who is a hot rocket, fighting from the back of Nasrul Ashraf's gearbox. Will he make a move down the inside going to turn 3? Doesn't look like it. Oh, Nasrul Ashraf actually makes the cutback, and the switchback happens. But it compromises Nasrul's exit.
Looks like the switchbacks is the team of play today. But right now, yeah, it compromised him a lot, and now Ozai is back in front. I would have defended in turn 3, but I think he's got something up his sleeve at the end of the day.
I believe he has something up his sleeve, something up in his sleeve as well. Chris Chong has overtaken Mika Zaris Iqbal, and Poleman Chris Chong, who had a horrendous start in the start of the race, is now back up to P4 with Arman Hashim not far ahead.
I think he set the fastest lap time, so he's on pace at the moment. We know that he's on pace. He's the fastest qualifier in qualifying. But yeah, just that poor start just hindered him. But it looks like he's catching back.
Yep.
And here's Adrian and
Ali Zakaria. Ali Zakaria tries to make a move on the inside and actually pushes AJ off wide and actually gives back the position to Adrian Ali Zakaria. So it's been a very good, well, I wouldn't say it's been a very clean race so far, but like these drivers are still growing. This is why we have the copper class, because you want to develop these drivers and promote them. So basically we have a ranking ladder: copper, bronze, silver and gold. So the faster you get, the better racecraft you have, the quicker you'll rank up. Further up ahead, Tai Wei Chong will make a move on the inside going to turn 1. Doesn't look like it. He's actually going to back off. And actually that's out the backside.
But it looks like he's much more patient now. As Adrian went wide there. And now it's going to be a pretty close battle between Adrian and Alif Zakaria now. Oh, yeah. No, it's not. Okay.
Yeah. Alif Zakaria doesn't look like he can actually get the job done. It's a bit further back there. But Mika Zaris Iqbal, I wouldn't say that he's having a bad race once so far. Let's be honest here. So Mika is an up and coming driver who races in the academy, but he's lacking one thing, and that is probably consistency. But the more you race in these races, the more practice you have, the more racecraft, the better the racecraft will be, and the better your lap times will be.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Mika, he's shown to us a lot in the academy that he's got a lot of pace. That consistency will come, I think, with time, because we can see from previous seasons as well. He's done very well. I remember he finished P7 in the championship last season. So yeah, so he's gonna get better from here on out.
Yep, and good news if you're a fan of Nasrul Ashraf Nasaruddin. He's right behind the gearbox of Arman Abdullah, and Arman Abdullah has not been having a nice race so far. Same goes to Nasrul Ashraf. I mean, these two had a roller coaster of a race 1. Yeah, I kind of feel like Jose Al-Qadri might have this in the bag with 3 minutes to go. I think it's going to be impossible for any of these drivers to get back the lead to Jose Al-Qadri.
It looks like Nasrul has lost a lot of pace. He was P2. He was very close to Ozai, but now he lost it to P3 to Arman now. So now I don't know what's happening. He's slowed down a lot. Maybe there was a mistake in sector 2.
Maybe there was a mistake in sector 2. We never know. But I tell you what's not been a mistake though. Jose Al-Qadri is actually having a nice race so far. Meanwhile, Tai Wei Chong. Now, Tai Wei Chong, P2, currently in P6, had a miserable start. Well, same with Chris Chong. But unlike Chris Chong, He's currently sitting in P6, whereas Chris Strong has managed to climb up back the ranks and you know, stays in P4. As we have another car goes off the track, and there's Arthur Lowe. Now, Singaporean Arthur Lowe goes off the track, and he actually has because of it, he has a much better, a lot more worse exit as compared to AJ Ahmed, who's right behind his gearbox. So the young boy AJ Ahmed really trying to make a move down the inside, down the outside, going into turn 7. Doesn't look like it at Zikri.
Yeah, it just doesn't look committed to me at the moment right now. But IJ's faster than him. Definitely he will try to overtake. Maybe on the last day. Ooh.
Round the outside though. Tries AJ Ahmed. Will he dive down the inside again? Now patience is the key here, young boy AJ. Use the patience. If Yoda says use the force, I shall say use your patience. And that's what AJ Ahmed is trying to achieve. His father J Ahmed will be instructing him. His father / race engineer J Ahmed will be instructing him. Be patient, Adrian, be patient. But Adrian, look at that, he's actually being cool, calm and collected. Tries to find a move around the outside going into turn 3. Will he make the switch back down the inside? Or looks like the door is open there for Adrian to dive down the inside and squeeze himself in and actually pushes Arthur Lowe off wide. So hello, still we're gonna have a word with you, Adrian.
He's got. I was about to say he couldn't wait that long. He's only got 1 minute left to get that move sorted, but he managed to make it at the end. But well, maybe a bit of too much bashing, but oh well, it's good to go.
Oh, hello, what's going on? We have our feedback. All right, okay, that's weird. All right then. Oh my God.
And Ozair is off.
Ozair is off. Where is Ozair? Ozair has gone to Holland.
Oh.
Ozair has gone to Holland. What happened to Mika as well? But Mika's fine. Uh-oh.
Oh no, Ozair. He was doing so well.
Oh man, Ozair.
Yeah, it's now up to Arman now oh wait, he's back. He's back
what?
in the leaderboard now.
Wait, what? Oh no, he's still in Holland.
Oh no.
Oh, well, that is something that we're gonna interview Ozair later on after this race too. But Arman Abdullah leads the way. Currently, it shows that Arman Abdullah is in second place, but doesn't look like it so far. It's in P1, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get yourself confused. Ozair Al-Qadri is not leading the race. Don't let Ozair deceive you. Nasser Ashraf in second place, and Chris Jong, who had a miserable start, is now, look at that, is right behind P2 and P1.
And can he chase down Nasrul Ashraf right now? Because this is the last lap of the race. He can get P2 here if he gets a really clean sector 2. And maybe that last corner on that last lap, that's his move.
Now, will Chris Strong pull what Andrea Dovizioso did on Marc Marquez back in 2019 Austrian GP in motorcycle? I don't think so. But Chris Strong, let's look at his sector times. It's getting closer there, Chris Strong. Yeah. By the visuals of it, it's actually getting a lot closer. 1.1 seconds is the gap. Now it's down to 1 second the gap. So it doesn't look like he can get closer. But nevertheless, Chris Strong will be running out your podium P3. In first position will be Arman Abdullah. Now, Golf livery inspired car. Golf color inspired cars actually from Brex Racing. So Arman Abdullah from Malaysia will win this race. Will collect what should have been Ozair Al-Qadri's race if it's not for the disconnect. But nevertheless, Arman Abdullah is your winner. And second place goes to Nasr Ashraf Nasaruddin. So it's a Malaysia 1-2, which will look very good for them in the Nations Cup. Then you have Chris Strong as well in P3 as Arman Abdullah hits the wall for good measure. Now Mika Zaris Iqbal, where will you be, my boy? Mika Zaris finishes in P4. Now not a bad way to start to the season for Mika Zaris Iqbal. Taiwei Chong finishes in P5. Adrian in P6. Arthur Lowe in P7. Savi, debutant in the championship, finishes in P8. Adam Konjolokis in P9. And Alice Zakarai running up the top 10.
Wow, well done to Arman Abdullah. He's done very well. He had a quiet race, but he waited for his chance and he capitalized it very well. He overtook Nasr Ashraf. Really sad for Ozair, really. He had a disconnect. I have a feeling he had disconnected and that's his race loss.
Look at that, it's still in Orlando, Ozair Al-Qadri. So, Arman Abdullah in P1. So, we don't have Arman Abdullah in the chat here at the moment. But, what we do have are two young boys. Well, I wouldn't say myself young. Anyway, so Ozzy Al-Kadri is not your winner for today's race. Arman Abdullah is, followed up by Ashraf Nasaruddin. Wait, but, finish time is 3:10. Huh?
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How well then? Race room being race room. So Nasr Nasaruddin in running up by the looks of it, Nasr Ashraf rounds out your podium in P3. Now Chris Chong in P4. So finally it's a Malaysian 1, 2, 3 in the copper class. Now Mika Zaris Iqbal in P4. Tai Wei Chong in P6 after a miserable start. So it's a good comeback for him. Adrian Amit in P7. Arthur Loh in P8. Savi debutant from Silaka in P9. And then you have who was the other guy in P9?
Jamal.
Yes, Jamal in P9.
Right. So,
Okay, so as we are waiting for race 2 to start, we're just gonna have to like wait for a bit here, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I quite like the race, in especially what Copper provided. The start was a little bit hectic per se, but I mean, it's expected. Copper has always been interesting because you've got up and coming drivers, as we have cars running up back to the grid now. Yeah, 34 seconds, gonna be 33 seconds, 32 seconds, 31 seconds, and by the looks of things, now, who started in P? Who finished in P14?
I can't remember.
I don't remember as well.
Yeah, I
But
remember.
what we do know is that if you finish the race in P1, you're gonna start all the way down to P14, and if you finish in P14, you're gonna start all the way in P1. That's how reverse straight races works, which is what F1 should have experimented.
And this is how you improve your racecraft. From starting from the back, fight your way to the front. And that's how you do it.
Zikri brought up a very good point, because you shall never know how to improve yourself a lot better. But look at that. So, Jamil on pole, Mark Angelo Basilio in P2, 5 lights on the gantry. We don't have a car in 6th position, and as the light goes out, race 2 of round 1 of the copper class is underway. Alex Zakaria has a much better start than, well, all of them. Ozzy Al-Kadri is still in Olan, so I can't see Ozzy. Arthur Loh as well, so there's a big Andrew there at the back there, and I think that might be Adrian Amit. It is Adrian Amit. So Adrian Amit hits the cars and does a spinneroonie again. Well, not anymore. Mark Angelo Basilio has a poorer start. So second place Mark Angelo down to P11.
Sounds like, it looks like maybe P2's.
We got another
that's
car as
nice.
well, and that is Owen Lee. So Owen Lee has spun it, and where is Ozzy is still showing. A bit confused, but nevertheless. So Adrian Amit is down all the way at the bottom. Owen Lee, who had the spinneroonie in turn 3, into the sausage curls of turn 3. Otherwise, I would have called it the Nigel Chua. So to the sausage curb, and so we've got battle up ahead as well. We've got cars exiting the gravel, but nevertheless, Alif Zakaria is currently leading the race. You have Arthur Loh right behind you. So Savi just informed us on the Discord that his game crashed. So what could have been for Savi is now, he's gonna finish in P14. Well, doesn't look like it. I mean, yeah, he's gonna finish in P14. So Savi is still on the starting grid there. Very unfortunate there for Savi. And look at that, Mika Zaris Iqbal fighting his way up the grid. Now P5 is Mika Zaris Iqbal. He's got Arman Abdul right behind him, and you got Nasr Ashan Nasaruddin as well. So rounding up your first lap, your top 3 is Alex Zakaria, the Singaporean, Arthur Loh, the Singaporean, and Adam Konjolokis, the Malaysian as well. Look at it, Arthur Loh has a much better exit. And look at that, unsafe re-entry. Hello, unsafe re-entry for Alex Zakaria.
That's a really interesting re-entry there from Alif Zakaria, but Arthur Loh just kept it stick and he's still first place. Now Andrew Kontralochis on the outside of Alif Zakaria, can't make it stick.
And Chris Chong as well. So Chris Chong has made up not 1, not 2, but he's gonna have like a much better start there, Chris Chong. Sorry, much better overtaking opportunity there, Chris Chong. So Chris Chong there tries to find a move again. Will he dive down the inside like what Lewis Hamilton does on Alex Albon? But will there be contact? I don't think so. Chris Chong round the outside goes. Chris Chong tries to find a way past his Singaporean compatriot Alex Zakaria, but doesn't look like it. So then, Chris Chong, pushed out wide by his Singaporean teammate. And look at that, Andrew Konjolokis being the biggest factor here, the Malaysian evading Singaporean again. and Ali Zakaria doesn't look like he can run away from Adam Konjolokis, but it doesn't look like he can get closer to Arturo. Adam, though, on the other hand, will try to make a move down the inside, going down to turn 9.
That's a very interesting. Oh, it's gonna come.
Unsafe entry again.
Alif Zakaria, very aggressive drive at the moment from him, but he's making it up to P2. I hope he doesn't get too aggressive, or not, he's gonna get protested and lose all his positions really.
Remember, if you do protest and the stewards find you as the person in fault, you will be penalized. Adam Konjolokis trying to make a move down the inside, and he does. Alif Zakaria for good measure. So goodbye, Alif. Says Adam Konjolokis. I am sorry that I accidentally hit you, and that is an unsafe re-entry as well as he rounds down. Reverse into Jamal Hassan. Jamal Hassan due to tries to avoid Ali Zakaria, but he couldn't avoid Ali Zakaria. Hits the wall in God knows what speed, and if that is in real life, probably break his leg.
He's been having a pretty rough race, Jamil, isn't it? He started pole, and now he's down to 12th, and then had that collision as well. Alif Zakaria is now fighting against Owen Lee now. So,
Adam, Mika went wide. Mika goes wide goes Mika. Zagreus Iqbal. So tries to make a move down the inside of Adam Konjolokis into turn 4. Doesn't look like it, and now due to his impatience, he's lost not 1, not 2, but 5. And Adam locks up understeers into the gravel, and in turn 6, Adam Konjolokis, who was in 3rd position, has lost it. Has half spun. Well, manages to recover himself, but down all the way to P8.
And now that's just given Nazrul Ashraf back to P4. So he finished, I think it was 2nd. He finished at 2nd, and now he's up to P4. He's going to gain a lot of points today.
Well, where is Arman Abdullah here in all this? I don't see. Oh, there he is.
Oh wait, he's in front.
Okay, alright, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're a fan of the copper class and you were watching the race 1 in the copper class, you have Arman Abdullah who finishes in P1, and also Nazrul Ashraf who finishes in P2 in the earlier race. Now fighting for maybe a chance for a win, but look at that, Chris Chong down the inside. So Chris Chong, last to first. Basically last to first, isn't it, for Chris Chong?
Yeah.
Now back to first position.
Yeah, he's been on pace this whole time, and I think it's no surprise that Arthur Lowe's going to try to go on the inside, blocks up,
and there you go, Arthur Lowe hits his fellow Singaporean compatriot, and now you have not 1 but 2 Malaysian round the outside, tries to find a way past both Singaporeans who have the same identical cars. Arman Abdullah from Brax Racing tries to make a move around the outside. He needs to be patient here, Arman Abdullah. Arturo sees a gap open, but Arman Abdullah closes it. Then you have Nasruddin right behind him. Tries to find a way around the inside, coming to turn 6 of Arturo.
Yeah, but he's going around the outside now on the left-hander. Yeah, it's not going to make it work. It's very hard to overtake there. But he's, again, like race 1, he's capitalizing on little chances that he gained that from the carnage from others, really.
So at the moment, it's a Singaporean sandwich for Arthur Lowe, but it's going to be a Singaporean sandwich not for Arthur Lowe, but also for Chris Chong as well. If Arman Abdullah, race 1 winner, can actually find a way around the outside going to turn 9, will he dive down the inside going to turn 10? Doesn't look like it. 8.5 minutes to go. We are almost a quarter. We are almost, well, less than a minute into the quarter, into a half distance of the race. Then you have Nasruddin, who is up to P3. So good news if you're a Malaysian. Your Malaysian now is back down to P4 again. Oh well, I said that too soon. Then you have Tai Wee Chong. So it's a battle. It's a battle for the Nations Cup, dear ladies and gentlemen. Chris Chong fighting up against Arman Abdullah, who is currently fighting for the lead here. And then you have Arthur Lowe from Singapore, also from Singapore is Tai Wee Chong, then Nazrul Ashraf as well. So Arman Abdullah tries to find a way around the inside, going down to turn 3 on Chris Chong. Doesn't look like it, but Arma has a better exit and is now approaching the inside line, going down to turn 4.
And he's in the correct position to be in the inside line for the next corner. So he just had to be in the last leg of the break. Last leg breakers.
Well, then he went understeers as well. So there you go, Arman Abdullah. Well, he did got nudged a bit there, by the looks of things, from Chris Chong. Well, it depends whether Arman Abdullah wants to protest or not. We shall wait and see. But you have Arthur Lowe up ahead as well in P2. Now, these two Singaporeans need to be calm. If you are not calm, if you want to fight it out for the win, which to be fair is every man for himself here in this Global Edition Championship, you have to be very patient here. Arman Abdullah as well is trying to find a way around the inside, tries to find a way past Arthur Lowe, but doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it just... Well, right now, wait, Tai Wei Chong is just climbed up into this mix now. Chris Chong now furthers away from second now. But, oh, here we go. Arman Abdullah on the inside. Can he make it stick? He's side by side.
Pushes there, Arthur Lowe. Pushes Arthur Lowe off wide.
But he's
Then
gonna
you
lose
have Tai
positions
Wei,
now.
Tai Wei Chong as well. So Tai Wei Chong has the inside line. Arman defending, tries to close the door on Tai Wei Chong. But Tai Wei Chong has found a way past Arman Abdullah. And look at that. Arman Abdullah, if we have an on-board shot of this, it would be so nice to have. But Arman Abdullah tries to make around the outside. Will he make the move done? Doesn't look like it, but he has a better exit there. Tai Wei Chong got compromised there by Arthur Lowe.
And he's got the slipstream of and Arthur Lowe as well. So now Arman Abdullah has to try to get away from these two as Nazrul Ashraf
Oh no!
battles. Oh no, it's another one. Arman Abdullah is going to lose position to Tai Wei Chong again.
Well, if you're a Singaporean, you're going to be jumping for joy because Chris Chong is suddenly running away with the lead. 2.5 seconds what separates him and fellow compatriot Arthur Lowe. But look at that, Nasser Ashraf tries to find a way around the outside, going to turn 4. Doesn't look like it. Tai Wei Chong has the inside line and almost collects Arthur Lowe and Arman Abdullah.
But with all this, fighting behind him, Chris Chong can now make has made a 2.6 second lead. And right now, Arthur Lowe, even though he's now clear from the battle, has Nazrul Ashraf on the inside of Tai Wei Chong, and it's a really good move, and he's made it stick. So now he's next up. He's up Arman Abdullah.
Well, a lot more battles here for if you are a Malaysian. You'll be cheering for joy. I'm saying that too much, am I? Anyway, that's what Ashar Nasruddin fighting with his fellow compatriot Arman Abdullah. We dived on the inside, backs off there, but will he have better exit? Doesn't look like it. Tai Wei Chong, hello. You are right behind Mr. Nasr Ashar Nasruddin, but you are Arman Abdullah and you are chasing down Arthur Lowe. Where do you dive, Dizki? Outside, inside?
Of course, inside. But looks like the switchback might be working as well. But he's got on the inside. He's late on the brakes.
Late on the brakes, there goes Arman Abdullah. Late on the brake, there goes Arthur Lowe. Biggest loser, there goes to Arthur Lowe. Got one, not two, but 3 positions lost there by Arthur Lowe. So from P2 all the way down to P5. Not looking good so far for Arthur Lowe. And it's Chris Chong still running away. Now, with 4.5 minutes to go, will Arman Abdullah chase Chris Chong? Doesn't look like it.
No.
And there you go. Arthur Lowe hits Tai Wei Chong. There you go. We knew that this was going to happen. It's every man for himself in Global Edition Season 10. And Arthur Lowe has hit Tai Wei Chong.
And that brings Mika into the battle as well. So now he's back. He's at the back of the queue, but he's gained quite a lot from the battlings of these two. Arman Abdullah right now, right in front of Nazrul Ashraf. Sorry, apologies for the name. But yeah, but they're right now 3.8 seconds away from Chris Chong. It is a miles clear of the other two from behind.
Indeed it is, and look at that, Arman Abdullah. Oh, hello, Mika goes wide there. He tries to find a way past Arthur Lowe, but Arthur Lowe looks like not just Mika off the track at the moment. Mika will make a move on the inside, banks off there, being very sensible here, Mika. So as compared to Mika's first outing in Global Edition, he has improved much better than from where he started a couple of months ago.
Yeah, he has improved massively. I think he's improved his racecraft, as these two are still close to each other. They should, I don't know if there's enough time left, but yeah, they should try to help each other to try to chase down Chris Chong, but I think it's a bit too late for that. So right now they're getting for scraps for second right now and gain more points in the championship, I guess.
Gain more points in the championship it is for Arman Abdullah and Nasr Ashraf. Now you have to be very sensible. Do you get more points, try to race for more points in the championship for your own sake, but maybe that will risk into getting a collision? Or do you risk playing it, or would you rather play it safe?
I would rather go big or go home, really. try to
Go
get
big.
that, try to get as much points as possible because this is only 4 rounds, and then points really do matter quite a lot in this round, in this global edition.
Well, points do matter. Mika Zaris Iqbal knows that points do matter, and he's now up to P4 goes Mika Zaris Iqbal. So it's a Malaysian 2-3-4. So Chris Chong, bye bye. You are all the way up ahead. 2 more laps to go. So when Chris Chong crosses the line, this is not the final lap. He's got 2 more laps to go.
Yeah, and yeah, Aman Abdullah and Nazrul are not chasing him down, so it's a really quiet second race for Chris Chong. Despite it, he started with chaos, but after that, when he got in the lead, he just flew by, and yeah, and Mika's doing superbly. I'm really happy for him right now.
Nasrul Ashraf Nasaruddin. Go big or go home, says Muhammad Zikri. And will he go big or go home? Comment down on chat here, ladies and gentlemen. Go big or go home. Nasrul Ashraf tries to make him way down the inside, so he tries to go big, but he backs off. He's got one more turn 3 to deal with, which is the next time, and that is the final chance for Nasrul Ashraf to make a move down the inside.
Yeah, he didn't commit early enough, and that lost a lot of time on turn 3, and his exit was so poor, so now he's far further away from Aman Abdullah, but it's okay. You still got one more lap to try again, and yeah, you just have to keep it close and you keep it steady. You should get that P2.
Hello Mika, where are you? Mika Zaris Iqbal down in P4 as well. So it's been a better race so far for Mika Zaris Iqbal in race 2 as compared to Arthur Lowe. Now Arthur Lowe will be questioned by the stewards if Tai Wei Chong does protest his race, does protest his contact with Arthur Lowe.
Yeah, that, I mean, that's like a slam dunk protest for me as well. But oh well, we shall see. We shall see in the protest channel once the race ends. Right now, Chris Chong on the last lap of the race. He's miles clear, 4 seconds now, and it's just too easy for him right now, isn't it?
That looks like too easy there for Chris Chong. Armadola 4.5 seconds. So it doesn't really look like Arman Abdullah can get closer. Let's be honest here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Nasrul Ashraf Nasaruddin is 0.9 of a second behind Arman Abdullah. So Nasrul Ashraf Nasaruddin, remember, he's got one more lap to deal with, and he has had a bonkers sector 1. Doesn't look like he can get close to Arman Abdullah going down turn 3.
Yeah, he's been weak all day in sector 1, and it's really costing him right now. He's far away from Amar Abdullah, but we know that he's strong in sector 2, so maybe he can line up that. Like I said, I really like last lap overtakes, last corner, last lap overtakes. So maybe he can line up for that because he's very strong in sector 2 compared to Arman.
Compared to Arman, his last lap, well, Arman Abdullah is 0.3 of a second quicker than Nasrul Ashraf Nasaruddin.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like he can get the job done at the moment. Meanwhile, hello, I want to look at this battle. Arthur Lowe, hello, Tai Wei Chong down the inside, got into turn 6. Doesn't look like Arthur Lowe can get the job done. Sorry, doesn't look like Tai Wei Chong can get the job done. But look at that, Tai Wei Chong is back for redemption. Tai Wei Chong be like, I want my position back. You punted me off, now I'm going to overtake you back. But meanwhile, Chris Chong, good day for him, good day for the Singaporeans. It's a race to victory for Chris Chong as he wins race 2 of eRGP Global Edition eRGP Global Edition Copper class, and Chris Chong crosses line in P1. Aman Abdullah for Malaysia in P2, Nasrul Ashraf for Malaysia in P3, and Malaysia P4 for Mika Zaris Iqbal. But look at that, it's a dead hit for P6. Will Tai Wei Chong get the job done? And he does get the job done. Where? Will he?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't get the job done. Well, maybe we're gonna have to wait and see, but it was a dead hit there. So Tai Wei Chong has had a much better exit, exiting turn 10.
Yeah. It was quite an easy day for Chong, I think, on race 2, I think. But yeah, it was really well done from Arman Abdullah. I think he gained a lot of points today. And yeah, it was a really great race in race 2. Nice.
Very good racing as well, as we actually skipped there. So it still says Jose Al-Qadri in P1. Eh? Well, I'm very confused here. But nevertheless, it's a dead heat. So Tai Wei Chong actually finishes behind Arthur Lowe. Well, almost 100 per second behind Arthur Lowe. So, Jose P1. I'm gonna pull Jose in after this. Jose, come in. Chris Chong Arma Abdullah in P3, Nasr Ashraf in P4, Mika Zaris Iqbal in P5, Arturo in P6, Chris Taiwi Chong in 7th, Mark Angelo Basilio in P8, Adam Conjo in P9, AJ Amit in P10, Arma Zakaria in P11, and then you have Owen Lee in P12, Jamal Hassan in P12, in
P13.
P13, and that's it really. Copper Edition done and dusted. I really enjoyed that race.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I never watched the copper race in my time in ERGP.
never?
No, I never. I've been
no.
focusing on bronze this whole time, so I couldn't have time to watch. But I'm missing out a lot. I think that was a really good introduction to me to copper race, I guess.
It is a very good introduction to copper race as well. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are a fan of ERGP and you've been following us since Global Edition Season 1, bronze up next. I love bronze. I really enjoy the bronze category. If I can race in one category just for the memes, it'll be bronze, because I know that the race there is going to be really nice. We saw a car flying in Road America last year in bronze edition. We saw a lot of battle for the lead in bronze edition in the last GE9, and we saw a very close fight for the championship. Now, will bronze be a good place for the bronze drivers to race here tonight? Stay tuned to find out, but we'll be right back with a quick commercial break from all our sponsors.
Things to be aware of organizing eRacing Championship without race room. First, no automated leaderboard would always be labor intensive. Elimination round would be the only way to filter the winners. Having the participants adhering to the schedule would be a huge test. We need to know the task will get bigger when participants increases. Time consuming. Organizing eRacing Championship without race room, it's all need run manually to take down the participants and eliminate them from first round group to final round group. Because it is manual human labor, there bound to be human error. Manual human labor would have a price tag for the man hours involved. New participants would never have chance. The e-racing clubs in the world will send their best racers to participate the race. But that means your championship exposure is just limited to the e-racing clubs. Why choose race room? Our 3E official championship have fully automated leaderboard. Participants can log in anytime to leave the fastest lap time within the qualifying period. Each of the racers already have their ranks with race room. Next, save time. You can have unlimited amounts of participants in a super short time to qualifying them to final race. Race room can cover unlimited amount of participants. We have a full automated esports ecosystem from qualifying leaderboard to broadcast AI. Besides, race room's free contents lets everyone can participate to the race.
Hola, buenas noches. Wait, wrong language. Hello, welcome back to Bronze Edition here. My name is Rafiq Farid. Alongside me is Zikri. And hello, Kieran Butler. If you are here, please say your name and please talk to us.
Hello, hello, it's me, Kian Butler. I'm joining you from my lovely little bedroom in Perth, Australia, getting ready to see some brilliant action today.
Indeed, brilliant action. And I think Ian is probably one of my favorite classes amongst all three. All four classes in Global Edition, which is bronze. So let's recap back who's our bronze edition winner. So we have Danish Ashram in P3, Kevin Pao Danish Ashram who won the bronze edition last year. And then Kelvin Pao finishes second in the bronze class, and Sharik Zulkarnain who finishes in P3 in the bronze class. Then I think we didn't touch up on this, but we're gonna touch up on it right now. So for FSA Racing, they won the championship in Global Edition 9 in the Teams Cup. The Academy finishes in second place and followed up by Stratus Motorsport. Then in the Nations Cup, on the other hand, Malaysia won by a huge margin, followed up by Singapore, and running out the top three is Philippines. So, Kian Butler. Now, bronze category. I think you love this category, don't you?
It's rambunctious. It is rambunctious. It's going to be a complete and utter... I think it's going to be great. I think it's just going to be one of those ones where you have people trying to make their way, trying to prove that they can make it up in the silver, make it up in the gold. And, you know, it's all to fight for in bronze.